This is a horror game podcast. It is meant for mature audiences. It may contain adult language, violence, and sexual themes, as well as shocking revelations. Viewer discretion is advised. Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I are playing the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. The scenario is called Aurora Blue. It was written by Bridgette, Jeffries and Mike Mason. It's part of the collection No Time to Scream, and it's available from Chaosium. Our game master is Justin Bumgardner, and this is a one-shot. Folks, there are a number of ways you can help us out. We don't monetize our show, so we rely on your donations to pay for things. If you can spare a couple of bucks, we will be deeply appreciative. You can also share the info about our club with others, hit the like button, and leave us some feedback. We love to hear from you. For our Patreon, you can follow the QR code or the link in the description. Thanks for your support. So without any further delay, let's continue our journey into the darkness. Justin?
Thank you very much, Thom. The day is December 22nd, 1932, and it is the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year, the first day of winter. Anchorage, Alaska is cold and grim. The roads are slick with ice, and visibility is poor. The sun shines for fewer than 6 hours of precious daylight. And you are agents of the Bureau of Prohibition. You've been stuck here for a few weeks, tracking down the source of Aurora Blue, which is a sensationally popular bathtub gin that has poisoned to death over a dozen victims. Yesterday, you confirmed that the eerie turquoise and purple-hued liquor is a product of the Beaker family, distilled in their property in the foothills of the Chugach Mountains. So, our story begins as you approach the edge of the Beaker property in a government issue Ford Model T. Dense snow covers the ground, with more still falling. Large clumps of snow strike the car's roof as it passes beneath the overhanging canopies and pine trees. When you get to the distillery, you essentially have two things that you need to accomplish. You need to arrest two people, and this is Jacob Beaker and Addie Beaker. Jacob Beaker the four residents at the Beaker estate that have been identified are Matilda, age 82, so supposedly a grandmother who you do not have orders to arrest. Jacob, age 42, Addie, age 37, and also there's a child, Missy, age 7. You have been ordered to arrest Jacob and Addie Beaker, and you have also been ordered to destroy the still that produces Aurora Blue. This is your first chance to really do a big raid. Everybody in this group is somebody that comes from a marginalized identity group of some type. Either by race or by gender or by ethnicity. And you've all had difficult times. And when you've worked for the Bureau of Prohibition in the past, You've done a lot of the legwork. You've done a lot of the, you've done a lot of the research. But when it comes down to the raid, you have not been given an opportunity to lead and participate in these. Somebody else, so you do the legwork, somebody else takes all the credit. And this is really the first opportunity that you've had, working out of your Seattle bureau to actually get a shot to do the raid yourself. Presumably maybe because nobody else wanted to go up to Alaska in the wintertime. But that this is very important, because if you succeed in this mission, that this is going to hopefully lead to maybe promotions and bigger opportunities for your career in the future. So you know that this, and if you fail this mission, you might not get another shot like this. So this is really important. As you're going along, you're driving the car. I'm going to ask which one of you is driving the car, and also which one of you is seated in the passenger seat.
I'll say I'm driving.
Yeah, I'll be in the passenger seat.
And okay, so Booker in the passenger seat, Titus driving. Okay. So you're driving down. I mentioned the snow falling ahead as you're driving, and you're not very far. You're maybe within a mile or so of your destination. When a huge tree branch suddenly snaps off of a towering crabapple tree. I'd like the two players seated in front both to give me spot hidden rolls.
80. I am too busy staring at the road.
Yep. Eyes on the road. You're muted. You're muted.
31 under 40.
Okay. So Booker, seated in the passenger seat, you do see this tree branch snap off. And so you are able to yell ahead to warn Titus. And so because you made that spot hidden roll, Titus, you can roll drive auto with a bonus dice because you were warned.
Let's see. My drive auto is 30. That's a 58. Bonus dice is a 58. 2 in a row. There should be some reason that I get to reroll. No.
That's okay. What happens is you're not able to get out of the way. The tree branch hits.
Jesus Christ.
Your car swerves into a snowbank and the hood crumples. The engine cuts out, and it seems like the vehicle is inoperable. And unfortunately, everybody, because the drive auto failed, everybody's going to take some damage from a shower of broken glass. So everybody roll a 1d3 to see how much damage you take. Now, you are wearing heavy coat, so you do get 1 point of armor. So it's actually going to be a 1d3 minus 1. So if you roll a 1, you take 0. Okay. You roll a 2, you take 1.
So
I partly... Can I clarify, is there heating in this vehicle?
Probably not.
I don't think so. I don't think they'd invented heating in 1932. Did they?
No. Well, I'd hate to be too detailed. The Model T, I just discovered, finished production in 1927. So if they put us in a Model T, then they're giving us a shitty car to be traveling a long distance in the cold, and that wouldn't have had anything. If we had a newer car, it'd be a V8, which doesn't come with heating, but you could have it supplied afterwards. There was some after model adjustments that you could make. So we are dressed very warmly indeed.
You're dressed very warmly.
We have to have the windows wound down. It's even worse because otherwise it would have steamed up inside. So we are very, very cold.
Yeah.
And injured.
And
I take 2 damage as my head.
We're warmly dressed. Yeah.
My head cracks into the windshield as it shatters.
Yeah. So like I said,
we don't wear seatbelts. What the hell are those? Yeah.
Everybody take 1d3 minus 1. In addition, could I have everybody give me a luck roll?
No. I got 1 minus 1, so 0 damage.
Okay, that's good. The people sitting in the back took no damage. So the shattered glass, I guess, mostly cut up the people in the front.
I got a 27 out of 55 on my luck.
Okay.
I got
I made my luck.
a
I'm gonna
pass.
take one.
Did anybody fail their luck roll?
Oh, the luck roll. 1 second.
Yeah.
I mean, them giving us a shitty car, I feel like fits the narrative that we were just
Yeah.
read. So that's great.
Yeah,
that fun
exactly.
fact kind of lines
Yeah.
up
It
with our
makes
situation.
sense.
I failed my luck roll.
Okay. Anybody else fail? How did you do?
I'm okay.
Okay. So just Booker. It makes sense again, the driver. Booker, no, you're not the driver. Sorry, passenger seat. When this branch comes and it shatters the window and it sends glass into you, this you also find yourself covered in this foul-smelling fruit mush, like the crab apples from this tree are
Rotting tree,
all over you. The snow-covered branch was laden with these crab apples, but these look like giant crab apples, like kind of the largest maybe that you've ever seen. There's swollen, spotchy fruits, and now they're rolling around in the inside of your vehicle, and the stench is putrid.
Can I roll biology?
Yes, you may.
Yeah, I've got natural world if I could have a go.
You can roll natural world as well.
Ooh,
Anybody that
5.
wants to roll it. Oh, 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
90
Excellent,
hard.
Booker. Well, like a few things. So number one is nobody needs to make a roll to know this. A lay person realizes that fruits are not supposed to be growing in the wintertime in Alaska. So there's something wrong here. This is a very unusual time for Alaska to produce these types of fruits. On the successful science biology roll, Booker, you know that Pacific crab apple trees never grow this large, even under ideal conditions. And you're in Alaska in the winter in the mountains. So this makes no sense that there would be a tree like this. Just kind of looking at the apples, you also know that when it comes to distilling, some types of gins and so forth, that crab apples could be used as an ingredient. So you wonder if this is what they're putting in the Aurora Blue.
The crab apples.
Do these crab apples, do they look fresh or rotting?
They look rotting.
So maybe they've been there all year long, just rotting on the tree.
Yeah.
And the cold kept them sort of fresh, but they're just mush and rot. God damn it!
Language.
I'm jumping out of the car, going over to the hood, lifting up the hood, and
Okay, you lift up the hood. You can give me a mechanical repair roll.
I'm actually pretty good at that, I think. I got a 73 out of 45, so no.
Not making any sense to you.
This doohickey here isn't attached to that doohickey.
What are you going on about?
So
I'm going to pull the one little shard of glass out of my cheek, and as I'm getting out of the car, I'm gonna have to move past one of these crab apples, and and I'll comment like this is not right. I've never seen anything like this before. And I'll put it like on my seat, and then I'll can I take a look at the car?
You can make it. Anybody that wants to that has mechanical repair, you can make a roll.
The who's is missing. It must have fallen into the snow.
So I got a 60 over 45. So no, you're wrong. The doohickey and the whiz-bat over here need to be counterclockwise.
Which direction is counterclockwise?
I don't know.
I'll tell you this. I'll give you this information. So you didn't get you fell short of a regular success. But what you can tell is it looks to you like the car might be repairable, but it would require some parts.
Yeah. and a real repairman. Oh, Christ.
Okay.
What are we going to do?
So-
Well, how far are we away from this farm?
You estimate that maybe you're a mile or less from the farm at this point, so you could walk it.
Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Gather around. We're going to take what we need to do this raid. Once we complete the raid, we're going to seize one of their cars and use it to get out of here.
That actually makes sense because we're going to have to bring 2 of the 4 along with us.
Hopefully they have a car.
Can we fit 7 people in a car? Let's see. Maybe we would need 2 of their cars, or a wagon.
No, only 6 people.
All right, yeah.
Well, I'm sure the only way you can get around up in these parts is through with a truck or something. So they must have a truck, and they're hauling hooch, so they must have a truck. We'll just take the truck.
If for whatever reason it doesn't work, how far is it to walk out of here?
Oh,
is that a?
Oh, how far? About 50 to 60 miles.
Yeah,
in a snow.
Not to mention the fact that we're on the verge of sunset. So, I mean, we might have to stay there at least overnight.
That's a bad idea. We don't know.
Well, we didn't know anything was going to go. We're going to have to move this tree out of the way because if we're coming back this direction, we're going to have to move it anyway. So, help me, Jill. We'll see if we can drag the.
Yeah.
Thing.
With the 4 of you working together, you don't need to make a roll or a strength roll or anything. You can fairly easily move the branch out of the road and off the car.
We got to march ahead of us.
At the breaking point of the branch, because I want to kind of look into the tree, see the health of the tree. I'm not like a botanist, but anyone can tell a sick tree when
you can tell if it's rotting or if it's termite ridden.
Yeah. So, you know what? You got a 05 on your earlier roll, so I assume that's an extreme, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give you this without asking you to make another roll since you rolled so well on your first roll. The tree, what stands out to you is that it is enlarged. Like I said, it's much larger than what a Pacific crabapple tree should be. You do see some rotting in the wood, but it seems like it's producing more crab apples than it should. And as you examine it a little bit closer, you see a big maggot just come out of one of the fruits on the trees that you're examining, a much larger than normal size maggot.
That's not normal for this time of year either.
No, it's absolutely not.
I'm going to clear these fruit out of the car because you said a number of them were in there. Yeah. Don't want them mushing around.
Yeah.
Are there any other trees that are similarly affected?
Not that you see right now. You see this one crabapple tree, and then it's surrounded by pines. And the pines are what you've mostly been driving through. This is the first tree that you've seen, that wasn't what you would think of normally in, indigenous tree, so far.
Somebody must have tossed an apple out their window, an apple core.
I've never seen anything like this.
It's really big.
And the weight of the snow could have made it crack.
Yes. Sure. That's probably, again, Booker looking at the tree, you do notice that there is a lot of tree a lot of snow that has been falling. You've been driving through it, obviously, and there is a lot of tree that has kind of piled up. So you do look at the branch, and it looks like it was rotting, and it did have a significant amount of snow that had piled up on it. So it does look like, well, it seems like a natural, even though the tree looks very unnatural, the way the branch snapped it seems to you like it was fairly natural.
Well, let's stop dilly-dallying and looking at the damn tree. Let's get ourselves going.
Yeah.
Grab whatever we need out of the truck, out of the car. Well, do we just have handguns or do we have rifles?
I think everybody has a handgun, I think. I've looked on your character sheet.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody has a rifle or a shotgun.
Do we have anything else like an axe to smash up the...
I don't think, I'm just looking at your character sheets again. You've got flashlights. So some of you might have like a switchblade. Like I said, you've got heavy clothing. You've all got government issued 38 revolvers.
Yeah.
So all four of you have.
All right.
You've got your badge. You've got your badges of office. You've got handcuffs. You've got like a notebook and a fountain pen.
But when we get there, they'll probably have barrels of this shit, and we'll have to smash them open with. It's a farm. There should be axes or sledgehammers or something.
Surely it's standard issue that if you're going on a raid, you must have some way of getting into a door if it's blocked. And such.
That's what my shoulder is for.
Right. Okay.
I love kicking down doors.
All right. So let's say that you guys are trudging down the road. There's really no other option other than to just walk forward. The road is slick with ice. So you're trudging forward. You're not walking very fast. You're walking maybe about half the speed that you would normally walk. And it wears on your feet. It wears on your lower backs and it wears on your shoulders, especially for those of you that are a little bit up there in age. The slow rate of travel steadily eats away at the remaining daylight, and the falling snow grows thicker, and then soon it obscures everything beyond a few feet. So your vision, so you're looking ahead, you're looking for this, this place that you're supposed to raid, and you can't see more than a few feet ahead of you. The cold air even makes the breathing difficult. So it's one of those things where that cold air enters your lungs and it actually hurts. And you're climbing higher. So not only are you climbing on this slick terrain, but you're going up a fairly kind of steep incline. But as you climb higher, the air thins out, but so too does the snow. And as you get a little bit higher, a dirt road becomes visible, and you see these thick banks of snow melt start to appear.
What on earth?
It's like it got plowed.
You're muted again, Booker.
It looks like... No, I heard him.
No.
Yeah, I heard him.
Okay. Sorry, what did you say?
No, does it look like it's been plowed?
No. You don't see any kind of cloud. It looks like melting. And in fact, as you climb higher, you start to get warm. You start to sweat underneath your heavy coats. Your breath no longer, like when you breathe, you no longer see the frost in front of you. All of a sudden, the temperature rises above freezing.
What sort of crazy shit is this? Crazy weather.
Anybody that wants to could make a natural world, or if you don't have that skill, you could also roll education looking for a hard.
Fail.
No.
But it seems unusual.
I mean, maybe it could be like a thermal pocket that's warming in this whole area. I don't know.
Yeah, so nobody made that roll. Okay, that's fine. I guess the only thing I'll say is that obviously, again, you don't need to make a roll to know this, but in the altitude, the higher you climb, the colder it gets. And the more snow you see, the higher you climb, like the snow peaks in the background. But it seems like the opposite is happening here. It seems like the higher you climb, the warmer it's getting.
On this one hill. Yeah.
If we look around to other hills, does the snow go all the way up? And it's just local to here?
No, it just it just becomes a dirt path.
But on the other surrounding hills, if we can look
the mountains,
yeah. When you turn around, look around you, it's all snow. It's all snow.
Right. Okay.
So I mean,
like dirt, like ahead of you.
I don't know about speculating and wasting our time doing that, but maybe there's a hot spring or something up here that's keeping everything warm.
Yeah. I don't know of a hot spring that would heat this whole area, though.
I don't know.
Or something volcanic.
It stopped snowing, so remember I told you just a few minutes ago your visibility was so bad you can only see a few feet in front of you. The snow has now kind of stopped where you are. When you look around behind you, you can see kind of snow falling behind you in the surrounding areas, but kind of where you are, the visibility has improved greatly. You see some broken down wagons and wheelbarrows, and they're covered in these thick vines, almost like vines you would expect to see like in a tropical location. And you also see some rusted farming equipment that lies discarded. Looks like it's been just carelessly abandoned to nature. And you start to see more fruit trees. In addition to crabapple trees, you see plum trees, pear trees, and cherry trees that stand laden with the same rotting fruit, same type of rotting fruit, despite the season. And the produce on these branches is huge, and it is hideous. There are these wet pulp smushes beneath your boots as you walk. So you're walking on top of this rotted fruit. And also, you're probably like starting to take maybe you take your jacket off and you tie it around your waist because you're starting to get hot, and insects are buzzing. Insects are buzzing and they're prattling around your faces and things like that. Maybe like you might expect to see in Alaska during the warm season. You might get attacked by bugs. You would not expect this in winter. And so like the fruit, the Alaskan insects are out of season. You know that most species die off or they hibernate during the harsh winters. But there are high numbers of this. And as I said, if you look down at some of the fruit, you see more of these maggots. The maggots are the size of ground worms. So they're like giant maggots, and they're just inching their way, moving in and out of these overripe fruit.
I'm actually going to make a constitution check to see if I can hold my lunch down.
Yeah, it smells bad. Like the stench is not good here.
Yeah, I'm going to do a sanity because I'm a little bit superstitious.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you see me just sort of bend over and just start retching on the ground.
Just 1 point, Thom. Yeah, so Virginia begins to lose her lunch, begins to vomit. Titus kind of screams out, maybe at something you saw, maybe the giant maggot or something.
Well, it's just, I'm not scared that way. I'm just scared because this feels like maybe witchcraft or black magic. This is real. And so I'm tensed up. I says, but we got a job to do. Let's get to that farm and we'll burn it to the ground.
The regular size.
They seem a little bigger than normal too. Yeah, now that you mention it, they don't. It doesn't seem like the normal size. And at this point, I would like all of you to make a listen roll.
Yay.
27 out of 30.
Got a hard success.
Okay.
Normal success.
So I've got my earmuffs on.
Okay, everybody except for Anna passed. All right. Those of you that passed your listen rolls, you hear the huff of a large animal and the snap of a branch nearby. And moving away from the trees, maybe about 30 feet from the rest of you, but about close to the one that failed her listen roll, Anna, about 20 feet from Anna, which is 6 meters, you see a large mother moose and her calf step out boldly from the trees. Now, the moose is enormous. You might know that the moose is the largest member of the deer family, so they're pretty enormous to begin with.
Extremely dangerous.
But this moose looks like it is unnaturally enlarged. The mother moose's mammary glands are swollen and they're dripping with this yellowed milk onto the snow. The infant is still wobbly, so it looks like a fairly newborn. It possesses 3 heads, and each one of them have these bulging eyes. And there are 6 pupils that roll around deliriously, and they give off this odd changing colors of blue, green, teal, and purple. I am going to drop an image of this in the Discord so that you can kind of see what this looks like. But while I'm doing that, you all can roll for sanity.
Oh, yeah.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Well,
I pass.
Before you, I passed.
I failed.
I passed.
Okay. And there's the picture in the Discord for you.
Oh, good Lord.
For those of you who passed the roll, you lose 1 point. For those of you that failed, you will lose 1d3 for seeing these mutated
heads.
Before you fire your gun, which I'm also going to do, we got to get behind some trees. Because your shots are probably only going to hurt it, and then it's going to try to kill us.
While you're having this conversation, the moose locks eyes on Anna, and it rears its head, and it huffs loudly at you. And you realize that you're in a standoff.
I'm pulling my eyes away, and I'm backing off, hunching my shoulders down a bit. So I'm trying to not be conflictual, not to not present a threat, and maybe backing off to if there's a tree near that I can be heading towards.
Does your character have the animal handling skill? I think your character actually does have some points in there.
Well, that's an interesting concept. Let me try. I'll bring that.
Wild animal.
Animal handling. No.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I do. It's at the end. Yeah, let me roll that.
Go ahead and make that roll to see if you can kind of back off of it without freaking it.
Yeah, 22 over 35.
Oh, good. Good. So you make your kind of animal handling roll. So you kind of like know, because again, you're a local, you're kind of from Alaska. This isn't the first time that you've encountered a moose, although this is the first time you've encountered a moose like this. What happens is the baby moose like runs off into the woods, and the mother kind of stands for a few seconds and stares at you, and then she runs off after her young. And then the next thing you know, the moose are out of sight. You don't see them anymore. They've run off.
Wow.
That could have been so bad.
Every day. Yeah.
What the hell is going on here?
I don't know. I don't think we have enough backup for this.
No, we don't have a choice.
Well, it's just a fucking moose. I mean, There's only 4 people up ahead of us. One of them's an old lady and one of them's a 7-year-old girl.
I know, but what if they look like that?
Yeah, we haven't met the farm dog yet. Can I get a stick from the side?
Easily. There's lots of sticks. There's lots of trees and branches that have probably fallen off, so it's not going to be difficult for you to find a stick.
Let's be ready to jump behind a tree at any point. I'm not so sure that moose couldn't have just knocked one of these trees over if it wanted to.
You realize that this moose had charged you. It could have killed you.
Oh yeah.
One
but
shot.
Even a regular moose charging you could kill you rather easily.
Yeah.
Well, let's move. I'm going to start marching forward.
Yes.
There's only one direction to go, forward.
You continue marching forward. At this time, you kind of look down at your watches, and it's approaching 2 p.m. And you realize that sunset. You've got like maybe a little less than 2 hours of sunlight left. It is, and ahead you see a cabin. I guess which you presume is the Beaker cabin. It is a dilapidated single-story wooden building that is surrounded by overgrowth, orchard trees, and hemmed by the forest of the rising in the background Chugach Mountains. The overgrown vines and weeds climb the walls as well as the property in general. So there's no snow here. It's just like it looks like you wouldn't know that it was winter in Alaska by looking at this area.
Is the sky above this part clear?
The sky is clear.
So we're seeing stars and stuff.
Yeah, you do have some sunset. It doesn't look like it's going to rain on you or anything like that. Beyond the cabin, a ridgeline looks down upon a gurgling river. The air feels unseasonably warm. It doesn't feel. It feels like maybe like more like early summer than it does winter.
This is some sort of witchcraft.
All the snow around the cabin has melted. You look at the property. The sun. You're about maybe an hour and 45 minutes or so from sunset, but you've got the mountains, so the sun is starting to dip down. So it's still like it's hanging above the mountains at this point, but you realize you don't have like a lot of time before it's going to get dark. So that's it. So you find this overgrown foliage, tall grass, pools of snow melt, littered debris. And the other thing you notice is there's a thin layer of gray dust, which you're not really sure what it is. Maybe ash, you think, maybe. You're not sure. It covers everything.
Maybe there is a volcano.
And there's a weird foreboding atmosphere of restlessness that hangs heavy in the air as you approach.
Let's pick up the pace.
Okay.
This is explaining a lot. I'm now, the closer we get to this place, the less surprised that this so-called Aurora Blue is causing so much trouble. There's no telling what they're putting in this stuff, and we might be dealing with some type of hazmat hazmat doesn't exist anymore. I mean, yet.
Yeah.
But still.
It's witchcraft.
It's a witchcraft or some type of runoff that's causing this.
You pass a mailbox, and sitting above it is a painted sign that says whites only.
Oh, I take out my revolver because I beg to differ.
And you also see on the driveway of the property, there are stacks of wooden crates. And some of these crates are open, and you can kind of look inside as you're walking up. And it looks like they contain these bottles of Aurora Blue. It looks like many of these crates, maybe they've been out here for some time waiting for somebody to pick them up. And Basically, what you can see, I'll post a map of this area a little bit later, but I don't want to do it quite yet to not give away any spoilers. But so I'll just describe what you see for now. You see a cabin. You see a big barn. You see kind of an orchard with a bunch of, crates and stuff strewn around it. And then kind of at the end, you see a pier that goes over into the water, which would be the Gulf of Alaska. And when you look at the cabin, you see a shriveled old woman sitting on the front porch in a rock, sitting silently rocking back and forth in a chair. And you notice that these vines that you see all over the place, that she's encased, these vines are like around her. She seems to be wrapped in a thick blanket of what looks to be animal fur.
What in the hell? I'm going to march up to her. And I've got my gun out.
Mm-hmm.
I'm marching up to her and I'm saying, are you Matilda Beaker?
And
ma'am,
she doesn't answer you. And she just continues to rock back and forth. As you're up close to her, you can give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh, I got an 18.
Excellent.
What is that? Where's my spot? That is a hard.
Well, the first thing you notice, and this is where your training probably comes in, you spot a long metallic barrel, which you identify as a shotgun that is poking out from underneath her fur blanket.
I will jump to the side and pull out my gun. Well, I've got my gun and just point it at her and say, "Don't do it."
The gun is not pointed at you. It's just like on her lap and it's kind of sticking out to the side. You also notice that there are thick cataracts that are covering her eyes. While Titus is doing this, while Titus is approaching this woman in the rocking chair, what are the rest of you doing?
I'm looking at the windows to see if there's any sign of movement there and maybe any more guns pointed at
Excellent. So Anna will be looking at the windows while Titus is doing this. What about Virginia? What are you doing?
I think Virginia is kind of going to go try to circle around behind the house to see if there's a back entrance.
Okay. So you're circling around. And what about Booker? What is Booker doing?
I mean, since we have like this clear and present danger, I'm going to back up Titus with
Okay.
this woman because she has a gun.
Okay. So that sounds good. All right. So let's start with Titus and Booker. Actually, Booker, since you go up there, you can give me a spot hidden roll as well.
Okay. Survey says there's a fail.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Actually, Titus, you got a hard, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to give you two things that you see. One thing, you see the shotgun. The second thing you see is you detect that the woman's cataracts that she has on her eyes, you see a swirling haze of blue, green, teal, and purple.
Okay. If I'm close enough to see that, I'm going to reach out quickly, grab the barrel of her, if it's a shotgun, and yank it out of her hands.
Yes.
I'll pass it back to Booker.
Right. And you are
I think she's blind.
Yeah. As you reach in and grab the gun, you do not need to make an opposed fighting brawl roll or anything like that. You can disarm her quite easily. But as you do that, she kind of leans her face close to yours and she coughs, and a thick black mucus comes out of her mouth and it sprays you in the face from the back of her throat. And it just goes right in your face. And then and you take her shotgun, that's no problem. And she just continues to rock back and forth. And she's laughing. She's like,
son of a bitch.
I told
Maybe
you
at
to
this
slow
point,
down.
Booker, you probably have to grab me because I'm going to go in and punch her.
Yeah, I'm gonna hook my arm around his to stop him from punching an old woman. Let's not do that.
so you're trying to punch Titus, and Booker, you're trying to stop
Yes.
him from
Grapple.
punching. Why don't you guys both roll opposed fighting brawl rolls to see who wins out here?
Let's see. Fighting brawl. I failed. See, he's got a good hold on me.
I passed. It's 48 under 50.
All right, so Booker, you grab Titus's hand and prevent him from punching this.
Trying to kick at her with my foot, but yeah, I pulled back.
So I grabbed Titus and I turn him like, hey,
fuck is this?
walk away, walk it off.
And I walk away, wiping this shit off my face.
Yeah.
What's it smell like?
Yeah, it smells really kind of foul, kind of similar to like the stinky fruit that you said earlier. And actually, the two of you can give me sanity rolls also for this little encounter.
I'm gonna pick up some snow and rub it on my face.
Yeah.
I failed. My
How'd you do, Booker?
I failed.
Okay. It's just going to be 1d2.
Okay.
1d2.
I got 1. But I'm so steaming mad.
No one told you to walk up there by yourself anyway.
She's a fucking old woman. Sorry, Virginia, for my language.
She continues to rock back and forth. If you want to take a closer look at her, if any of you have first aid or medicine, you could actually make that roll.
I have first aid. I'm going to put.
I'm not going up to.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll be with you in a minute, Anna, as you're looking through the window. Yeah. I'm going to go right next. I'm going to go to you very soon.
I just want to put something over my face because I don't want to get blessed like Titus just did.
Yeah.
But
did you make the first aid?
Yeah, I have a 55, so
I'll
try.
Okay.
An 11.
Nice.
So that'll be an extreme.
Okay, I'll give you some good information then. Number one, it looks like she's barely alive and not long for this world. You're pretty sure if Titus had punched her, it would have killed her.
Should have killed her.
Yeah. And also the second thing is that it looks like she looks to be in a similar state as this mutated moose. Whatever is affecting her seems to have completely overwhelmed her. And with this, actually, I want to go to Virginia first. So you said you're kind of walking around looking to see if there's a back door.
Yeah.
So you're kind of up on the front porch. You walk around and you don't see you do not see a back door. As you just walk all the way around, it looks like there's only one entrance into this cabin, and it's the front door. Okay. Anna, you say that you're looking through these windows. Let's say you have time to look through a couple of windows. There's the front door. And then there's a window to the right. There's two windows. There's a window to the right of the front door, and then a window further down. And I assume you're kind of just looking through the first window you see. Give me a spot hidden as you look through this window, Anna.
7.
That is a great roll.
Over 50, yeah. So that's extreme.
You look inside this. It looks like it's a bedroom. that you're looking into. And you see some flies kind of buzzing about in this room. But on an extreme, you notice it looks like a dead body. It looks like there's a corpse in there of a woman, maybe like a middle-aged woman, terribly thin. And on an extreme, it looks like she's got these boil-like growths on her body. And that's what you see inside of that window.
Hey guys, there's I think we got a body in here.
Can you make out a face?
Is it face down, face
It's
up?
face down. You can't make out a face, but there's
Can
definitely.
you tell if it's a man or a woman?
Woman. It might be Addie,
Addie.
but she looks to have boils on her. Maybe something really nasty going on here. Maybe we should not be hanging around. Maybe we shouldn't be allowing any residents here to cough all over us.
I'm starting to wonder if you're right, and this is more a disease kind of problem than a liquor problem.
If they've been poisoning people with that bathtub gin, they've been drinking it themselves. They're probably all dead. Maybe the little girl's still alive because she doesn't probably drink the gin.
Yeah.
In any case, we got to find the still and destroy it. Let's go in the house. Let's break in.
Okay. So you walk through the front door into the house, and it's not locked. And you enter the cabin from the front door, and it leads directly into a large living space. It seems to be a combination of a lounge and reception area. There are lounge seats on either side of the front door. There's a wooden desk and a chair toward the rear of the room. Near the door is a stylized antler coat rack, a boot scraper, and a set of out-of-date maps and weather charts that are pinned on the wall. So like I said, there's some stuff you can kind of look around here if you want to kind of try to explore this room. There are also some doors that are leading to other rooms. There is a door to the north, which is like the opposite way of the front door you came in. There are two doors on your left. And there is a door on your right, which seems to lead toward the area where you saw the corpse.
I think I'm looking for people. So anything else I'm ignoring for now. I can come back and look at it later, but I'm going to go kick down the first door with my gun drawn.
Titus.
When you say the first door, like which did you mean one of the
I'll
doors?
say the first one on the right.
First one on
closed.
The right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So while Titus is doing that, Titus just goes up and just kicks the door and yeah, what are the rest of you doing?
I've got my revolver drawn, and I'm just looking at all the other doors in case someone springs out of one of those. But but Titus is right. We need to clear the property. That's the way that the pros do it, isn't it? And after we know it's safe, then we can start checking it out.
So Anna is standing in the kind of entryway, gun drawn, ready for anything. How about Booker? What is Booker doing?
I'm reacting to Titus's crazy ass kicking in a door. So I'm gonna have I have my gun drawn, and it's split between pistol whipping Titus and protecting myself from the doorway itself. But I'm moving closer towards Titus. If nothing jumps out at us and disembowels us, I'm gonna grab Titus.
Okay. And what is Virginia doing?
Virginia's going to move to the left toward those doors.
Okay, so there's two doors. There's one there's kind of there's a northern door and a southern door. Which one do you want to go to?
Southern door. We'll go to that one first.
All right.
I should also add that I'm a cop. I'm a serious cop, so I'm not doing this silently. I'm like yelling out, United States Prohibition agent, come out and show yourselves.
Yep, there you go. Yep. So you are yelling. All right, let's kind of I'm actually going to start with Anna, the one who's staying in the room with your gun drawn, looking around to see if anybody comes about. Say while you're looking around the room, you might be able to kind of pick up some information about some things. Anna, as you got your gun drawn, maybe you put your other hand down on a piece of one of the furniture, and you notice that the furniture is damp to the touch, and everything in this room seems to be kind of wet. There's a thick trail of mud that looks like it's leading haphazardly throughout the cabin. All of you notice this. So as you go through your different doors, you see this mud. It is both, you see dried mud and you also see fresh mud. It indicates obviously that people have been carelessly been tramping mud through the house for some days. You also notice on 3.5 burned candles standing inside glass jars that dot the room. Like I said, there's a desk. Anna, could you go ahead and make a tracking roll as you kind of look down at the mud? Track.
08 over 35.
08 over 35. Very good.
I'm not sure I want to spend a good roll like that now.
Yeah. Well, you're going to get some information. Looking down at the tracks, you can see that the tracks are made by two people that frequently walk through this house. One of them is wearing large boots, and the other set of tracks is a small barefoot child.
Right. Are they leading anywhere in particular, or they're just meandering?
Just kind of meandering, going in and out of like different doors in the house.
Okay. And there's nowhere anyone could be hiding in this room.
It doesn't look like it, no.
Right.
There is a desk that looks like, it might, but not for a person to hide inside.
Okay. I'll wipe my hand off on my thick coat where it got damp, and I'm not going to touch anything.
Okay.
Anymore.
All right, let's go to Virginia. So Virginia, you kind of break away from your other members of your group and you go to the kind of the south, you go to the southwest door and you open the door and inside, let's see, you find a guest, it's a guest room. There's a bed. There's a fireplace, there's a rug, but there's no people in here that you see. It looks like it's just a spare room. It doesn't look like anybody has used it for some time. And that dust that you saw outside, there's this thick layer of dust that covers the bed sheets, covers the dresser, covers the fireplace and the floor.
Okay.
This strange gray dust.
Okay. Well, if I look in and don't see anybody, I'm going to leave the door open.
Yeah.
And move to the next door.
Okay, very good.
North.
So let's jump to Titus and Booker. You guys open the door and you discover a hallway. And the hallway goes down, and there are 4 doors. There are 2 doors on your left and 2 doors on your right. The first door on the right goes to what you think would be where you saw the corpse. Okay. However, that door has 3 deadbolt locks that look like they've recently been installed. on the side of this door.
You think they locked her in there like she was infected with this stuff and they locked her in.
Right then, but why were we able to get to the other end so easily, to the other side? You know what I mean? The door is open on the other side, is it not?
No, the door you came through is open. The other doors are all closed.
They were looking through the window.
You were looking through the window. That's how you saw the dead body.
Okay.
I'm going to yell out once again. Agents, U.S. agents, come out.
There's no response when you yell out.
Let's go to the. I guess you said there's 2 on the left, 2 on the right.
2 on the left, 2 on the right.
So we'll go to the next one on the left. We'll go right, left, right, left.
Left, right, left, right. All right. So you open the left door. You open the door. And this room is the kitchen. There again, you don't see anybody in the room, but there's a leaky tap that drips onto a mess of broken dishes, rotting, oversized fruit. All the cabinet doors lie shattered and broken. Anything, and these insects and maggots are crawling around in here on spoiled fruit, feeding greedily on it. There's sticky residue that coats the cupboards and countertops, as well as a small table in the center of the room.
I've got a theory, Booker. Looking at all this, I bet you these plants outside, there's something in the soil or in the water, and the plants started growing wild, and these folks thought they'd take advantage of it and make a bunch of gin and sell it. But I think they're all poisoned. At this point, they're all probably dead somewhere. And if I don't see anybody in the kitchen, I said, we'll go to the next door.
There is a set of stairs that looks like it goes down, presumably.
To a basement?
Yeah.
Well, let's clear this floor first before we...
Okay. So you just open the door, you look in, you don't see anybody, you see the stairs.
Right.
You open the next door. Let's get back to Virginia. So you open the door. There were 2 doors on the left. You opened the first one. You just saw a guest bedroom with nobody in it. You leave the door open. So I presume you go to the next door now, or what?
Yeah, because I'm sweeping for people is what I'm doing.
All right. So you open the next door that's very close to you, and this is a bunk room. It's got 4 double bunk beds and an unmade fireplace, and there are drawers in here. You see some unlit oil lanterns that are sitting on top of the fireplace. You see a pile of backpacks, suitcases, clothes, and climbing gear that are kind of strewed out onto the beds, but you don't see any people here.
Okay. I'm going to take a moment to rifle through these duffel bags and see if I can find, I'm specifically looking for identification is what I'm hoping to find.
Give me a spot hidden roll as you search the room.
Okay. No.
Okay. Well, I'll kind of tell you what you do find. You do find various wallets, and in these wallets, you see they contain U.S. and Canadian passports and stuff, some family photos, various identification documents and so forth. But that's what you notice.
I'm gonna pocket those, the passports and IDs.
Okay.
Because we might have more people we need to help out or identify.
Okay. Let's jump back to Anna, who you're still standing around in that first living room, kind of with your gun drawn, looking around. Is that what you're going to continue to do, or what are you doing?
Well, was there any other building? As we were walking
Yes.
up, can we see there is a separate building which is a still, maybe?
There is a separate building. There is a barn, which is not too far from the cabin that you're in.
Okay. Well, I want to back out the door then, and I want to.
Okay.
I'm not going to go over to any of the other buildings, but I just want to make sure there's no one approaching us from the other side.
Yeah, very good. So you kind of walk out the front door. You look around. You're looking at the barn. You're looking at this pier that's kind of at the end. You don't see any people at this point.
Okay, good. I mean, I'm just
Yeah,
reserve. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's go back to Titus and Booker. So you kind of want to kind of open the next door. Does anybody have any locksmith skills or anything, or?
I got my foot.
I do have a locksmith skill, but I also have a shotgun.
Oh, I do too.
Which is also a very, very effective lock pick.
Yeah, you could try a strength roll, and failing that, you could just shoot it.
Okay, so roll a locksmith. All right, 1 second.
I've got a 30 in locksmith, but I got an 80 in kicking the door down.
That is a fail for the locksmith, unfortunately.
Stop trying to pick the damn lock, and I'll kick it.
Give me a strength roll for Titus.
I'm going to ready the shotgun, just in case.
Oh, no.
What happened?
I rolled an 85 out of 80. I could spend 5. I could spend 5 luck.
It is a one shot, so.
Yeah, I'll spend the 5 luck.
All right, you spend the 5 luck.
Matter of pride.
It's a little thicker, but you just you pound those locks off. And you enter the room. Once the door is open, the stench becomes overpowering. There are flies buzzing noisily around, maggots dragging themselves across the floor. Again, I'm going to ask for constitution rolls for both of you.
Okay.
Virginia's already lost her lunch today.
Oh, I lost my lunch.
Yeah, you're going to retch and gag for
because it smells like that stuff she spit on my face.
Yes.
All right, so I rolled below half. A 20.
So you're fine.
Yeah,
you can keep it up. But you see, Titus starts erping.
I think we should burn the whole fucking house to the ground.
I think you should keep your mouth shut before I report you.
You see this corpse. You can take a closer look at it now. It is terribly thin, flesh puffy, unusual boil-like growths. But when you look at it, you know what Addie looks like. You can pretty much confirm that this is Addie Beaker. It's one of the 2 people you were supposed to arrest, but it's clear that she's dead at this point. You also notice that her fingernails are torn, and they're kind of covered in dried blood. And there seems to be a hand-scratched message on the wall above the corpse. And it reads, "Good life, happy wife, help us angels, feed them, feed me." I will ask again for sanity rolls.
I would also like to cock the shotgun. Thank you.
And I failed.
It's 1d2.
Pass.
If you pass, it's just 1 point.
Dropped my 1d2 dice now. Two.
And I don't know if any of you have medicine, but if you do, you could maybe take a quick look at the.
I ain't touching her.
I will do a medicine. I'll do a first aid. Can I do first? Was it first aid or medicine?
Sure, I'll allow it.
All right, that will be a 32 under 55. So it's not a hard. It's between a hard and a normal.
Yeah, you can identify that she died of starvation. That she's just deeply malnourished. She starved to death. She was locked in here and not fed until she died.
How are these people starving when they have as we were walking in, we were seeing all these giant fruits, right?
It's poisonous. It's got to be poisonous.
Let's go back to Virginia. So you've explored the first 2 rooms, opened the doors. What do you do next, Virginia?
Is there, other than the door that Titus and Booker went through, is there a different door?
There's one door left that nobody's gone through, and it's the door to the north, directly across from the front entrance.
Okay, I'll check it out.
All right, so you open this door, and you go through, and this is a dining room. The floor on this dining room has a layer of squashed fruit, trash, and smashed wooden crates. There are sacks of rotten and oversized apples, plums, and cherries that dot the perimeter. The stench, again, is unbearable. There's an enormous dining table that dominates the room, and what few chairs remain are broken. But again, you don't see anybody in particular in this room.
Okay. All right. I'll leave the door open and exit, and go back. Is Anna still in the
it looks like Anna has left the cabin.
Okay.
Presumably she left the front door open.
Okay. So I'll go outside to Matilda, and I'll just ask her directly, where is Jacob and Missy?
Yes. So you go out to Matilda, and she rocks back and forth, and she does not respond. She does not talk to you. She just kind of looks at you, and she cackles, and she just keeps rocking back and forth. And as much as you try to talk to her, it just does not look like you can get a response out of her.
Okay. I'll just sort of make a sign and say, a very quick blessing to Matilda. And then can I see Anna from the porch, or is she in?
Yeah. How far away did you go, Anna? Not too far from the cabin, just to have a look around, or?
Yeah, I'm not far from the doorway at all.
Yeah, so you can see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see each other.
So I'm gonna go over to her position and just say, I went through the other rooms. I didn't see anybody. I did find some passports and identifications. Looks like there's been some hikers perhaps up here. So we might have some more people that we might need to rescue. I'm not sure.
Yeah. There isn't snow on the ground here.
There's no snow on the ground, no. Not here.
Is there any, looking in the distance and looking around, are there any graves?
You do not see any graves, no. You don't see a...
Okay. Well, maybe go back into the main room, and it's time to have a search through that now. But I don't want to touch anything if I can avoid it.
Yeah.
Clean my messy hand on the snow or on the grass or something. And,
yeah. So you're headed back into the cabin. Virginia, are you going with Anna back into the cabin, or are you staying out?
Yeah, I'm going to go with her because I don't really want to be alone.
Right.
I don't mind searching the house alone, but I don't want to go.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to Titus and Booker. You've explored 2 of the 4. You've gone through 2 of the 4 doors. There's a door on the far left and a door on the far right.
Titus, I need you to calm down. I need you to slow down. Okay? The only reason we're here is because other people didn't want to do this. But the first time we're all out on our own, you can't go around punching white women. Okay? We're not going to do that. And we got a lot. I need you to lock it up. I really do. I need you to calm down.
Look, I appreciate you trying to keep me calmed down, but what do we do next?
We go to the next room. We'll go to another door, but I need you to slow down.
All right, I'll let you go first then. I got your back.
So we'll go to the next one.
Okay. So the next one is the door on the far left, presumably. You open this door, you see a bed and furniture showing signs of recent use, bed sheets, various garments strewn across the floor, and a dresser. Fireplace has the remains of a fire, but this dust again, it just clings to the blackened wood. It indicates it doesn't look like this
It's been used for a while.
Yeah, been used for a while. There's a candlestick near the bed, a box of matches.
Does it look like an adult bedroom or a child's bedroom?
It does. It looks like this might be grandma's bedroom.
Okay. Yeah.
Stuff maybe an old lady would have, but there's no people in here. And
look at all the dust, though. How much dust can accumulate? Surely it's only been in this state for a week, maybe 2. They've been selling that hooch. It's like there's a 2 years worth of dust that's built up here.
Maybe it's not dust. Maybe
crazy grandma.
Maybe it's like ash and they were burning something and
like
just got
volcanic ash or something. Like Anya was saying. But how did it all get in the house? It doesn't look like it came out of the fireplace, right?
No. In fact, you notice this dust when you approach the cabin. It was all over the ground. Whatever it is. And it's like a gray kind of dust. It's difficult to...
I'm wondering if there's some sort of thermal, like I said, a hot spring or something. It should be in a big circle, right? This clearing. I'm wondering if the clearing itself is a big circle. We find the center of it, and it's got to be where the heat's coming from. Maybe the barn.
Are we up in the mountains, or
yeah?
You're up in the mountains, yes.
Up in the hills, yeah.
So what's this pier onto? You said it was onto the Gulf of Alaska.
That is interesting, yeah. Actually, that is interesting. It goes over a body of water. Yeah. So the mountains are kind of like in the background, but yeah, it does go over the water. Yeah.
It could be a small mountain lake. It's not going to be.
Could be.
It isn't the sea there. Well, we need to. Okay, right.
Oh. All right. Well, there's nobody in this room. Let's check the last one.
All right.
Then we're going to have to go down the stairs.
The last room is a tidy room. It's a child's room, and you do see somebody in here. You see about a 7-year-old blonde-haired girl who you presume is Missy.
What is wrong with
you? Lord.
Wow.
This girl is dirty and malnourished. She's got matted blonde hair, and she has these brilliant and terrifying eyes. They shine with this otherworldly light of this kind of blue, green, teal, purple, like you've seen amongst others. And yeah, you see this girl, and she's like looking up at you with these glowing eyes.
Okay, I'm going to do a sanity roll.
Yeah, we're going to roll sanity.
Okay.
No, I passed that one, but it's her. She's the witch.
That is a fail.
Look at her eyes. Look at her eyes, Booker.
Oh, I'm going to raise my shotgun.
You know, raise your shotgun at her.
Not directly at her.
Okay.
It's going to be in the ready position. So as soon as she does any little creepy kid stuff and creepy kid shit, I'm going to pop it right out. But it's not directly at her right now. It's like at her feet. But as soon as she does something creepy, I'm popping her. So
she has crayons and paper in her hand. And she's also, in her other hand, she's got a collection of like kind of some scrawled pictures and stuff. And When she sees you guys with the guns kind of in her, she kind of backs into the corner of her and just kind of.
Are you Missy, little lass?
You say, "Are you Missy?" She just kind of looks at you. Her eyes are big, and she slowly nods.
Where's your dad?
When you ask where's your dad, she doesn't talk, and she takes her crayon and she starts scribbling onto something. And you realize that she's drawing you a picture, which I'm actually going to drop into the Discord at this point. And
still at the ready. This might constitute creepy kid shit. Just throwing that out there.
So check out the Discord and you can see what she drew.
He's mad at Dad. He's got the keys. He locked the mother in the room. But where is he, darling?
Where is he? And when you say that, she starts drawing again. And she draws you another picture.
He's locked in the barn? What do you think? What do you think that one means?
So it looks like it's almost some type of dock, and there's like rainbow or shimmering around the dock.
That's down the hill.
And then someone locked up in the barn.
Maybe her dad's locked up in the barn. Is your dad locked up in the barn?
And she doesn't speak. But when you ask that question, she just shakes her head. And shakes her head no.
Did your dad lock up your mom in the room?
And when you say that, she begins to cry, and you see these tears come down her eyes, and then she just like slowly just nods and kind of breaks eye contact with you.
I'm going to yell out, Anna, Virginia, we found the little girl. She's alive, but she's got creepy eyes.
I'll go to their position.
Okay.
I figure maybe a woman would be more.
What about Anna?
Yeah, I'll go through as well. Had we got anywhere with searching the front room?
Oh, sorry. Yes. So if you're searching the front room, you look through the desk, and you find a wet and molding guest journal. And the pages look like they're stuck together, and whatever was once within is now illegible, unfortunately. Aside from an inkwell and a couple of fountain pens, you don't really notice much else of import here. You find some damp note paper and some moldering old maps of Anchorage.
Okay, fine. Well, let's go through and see the girl.
Yeah, so you guys see this girl with glowing eyes. You guys can give me sanity rolls too when you see her. In fact, I do have a picture of her, and I'm going to drop that. I'm going to drop that into the Discord as well.
One sanity.
Yeah, actually, I should have done this earlier, but this is what Grandma looks like.
Yeesh.
Ooh,
that's a face for radio.
And this is what Missy looks like.
Yikes.
Oh.
God.
Mommy always said there were monsters.
But as you look at her, she looks scary, but
she looks infected. Like
you spent some time with her. She seems like, she doesn't seem, like there's anything, anything bad about her. She's like a poor girl that seems like she's starving. There are visible signs of mistreatment, like her bones protrude alarmingly. Dirt cakes her body. She's also got this kind of foul-smelling teddy bear that she's got with her in one fit, kind of like Punch the Monkey, you know. And then she and again, she's got the scrap paper, the crayons that poke out of her dress pocket. Yeah.
I'll tell the ladies my theory that they thought they had some sort of boon with the weather and the fruit, and they were drinking it and eating it and making it into hooch, and everybody's dead. But the little girl's obviously been drinking the poison too. Just look at her eyes. She said something about she was trying to tell us something about the barn. There's somebody locked up in the barn, but it's not her dad.
It's a really strange picture because it looks like it's a circle.
Yeah.
Something from the barn
to the
water. Cage.
Is that the barn, honey? I'll ask the little girl and I'll point at the building. Because it might be
at the building. She nods her head.
That's the barn, okay.
It's got a silo and yeah.
And that's the pier, is it?
And then she nods her head again.
And I'll point at the third picture, the one with the cage. Is that your mummy?
And she points downward.
Downwards. All right.
Oh. In the basement?
There's something in the basement.
Time to visit the basement.
Yeah.
Incidentally, while you're all talking to her and you're trying to communicate with her, you're not threatening her or trying to intimidate her anymore. If any of you have persuade or charm and you want to roll on whichever one of those are better, everybody can make me a roll. I just want to see who gets the highest level of success.
I have a decent charm.
I could intimidate her.
I think Titus, he has the base on both of those.
I have 02 over 40 on charm.
02?
Well, that's nice. That beats my 100.
I think I have a 10 in persuade. Well,
that's pretty good, but it's not better than an 02.
Yeah.
Missy, for some reason, is drawn to Anna. And when you start to ask her questions, when you were asking her questions about what does this mean, what does that mean, she really seems to make a connection with you. And she comes over to you and she hugs you, and she puts her hand in your hand. And no matter what happens, like, she's just staying really close to you, like very close.
Okay.
Maybe you look a little more like her mother than any of us.
Is her hand sticky?
It's kind of clammy, I would say, but not necessarily sticky.
Right. Okay. Maybe I'll get a hanky and I'll sort of clean her face a little. I think a girl would like that and clean her hand a bit.
Yeah.
I don't want to get any of her fluids in me or on me, but we'll clean her up a little. So we're heading to the basement otherwise, yes? Or some of us are going down to the basement.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once we've cleaned the rooms.
Okay. Yeah, we can take a bio break if anybody wants to do that right now. Yes.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
5 minutes.
Excellent.
5 minutes later.
Okay. Do you want to get that one dress? Because you've still got an open cut from the glass. I'm not sure.
Oh, I'm not even thinking about that. I'm a man. I don't care if there's blood rolling down my face. Actually, I've been rubbing this all over my face so much, I think of my dad.
Well,
my dad would cut his leg open, he'd cut his hand open, and he would just like wipe it off and keep going.
Just a scratch.
Now you have.
All right, honey.
All right.
Let's go. Who's going down?
I'll go down. I'll lead with the shotgun. I just need someone behind me with a flashlight.
Going down to the basement, Missy, as I said, is clinging very close to Anna.
Does she look to be frightened of the basement? Or it's just
not necessarily. She seems like she's more frightened of being alone. And
well, I'll go down I'll go down with her then into the basement. Maybe she can show us stuff there.
Yeah. The door off the corridor leads to a flight of kind of rickety stairs. There's no safety rail, and the basement below is pitch black.
We have flashlights, torches.
Yeah, you do. You got flashlights.
See if there's I don't even know if they have electricity out here. Probably not.
You're able to make your way down. And are all of you going down into the basement?
I think so.
Okay. So you head down into the basement, and you see at the base of the stairs there's a row of 4 handmade but sturdy prison cells of wrought iron, and each one is sealed with a padlock, but it doesn't look like there's anybody living in here. The cages rise to the ceilings. They're open at the tops, but inside you see like a skeleton. In fact, if you go to the Discord now, I've posted a picture of the entire interior of the cabin, which includes the basement and also all the rooms that you've been in.
Shit.
When I see this, I'm going to turn around and take Missy up. I don't think she should see this.
Yes.
And also, I think it would be good. Now I can see what's going on in here. I think it'd be good to have someone at the top of the stairs.
Okay. So Anna and Missy head to the top of the stairs. Titus, Booker, and Virginia, what are you doing as you kind of explore this basement?
There's something hellish going on here. He's been keeping prisoners? What in the hell?
I wonder if these are the people that were
the hikers?
The hikers, yeah.
Yeah, but these are wrought iron cages. Maybe he's been catching the hikers all along.
I don't know.
I mean, what else would you keep in these but prisoners? They're not corn bins or anything like that.
No, this is definitely a jail cell situation.
Some lunatic. Maybe we take the kid and go.
As the 3 of you are exploring the basement, Anna goes upstairs with Missy, and the door busts open. And Anna, you look and you see a hulking figure that is walking with a strange gait. His flesh is unnaturally swelled with these strange tumor-like lumps of muscle layered suddenly uneven around his body. His face consists of horrific fleshy growths that disfigure his features. You can tell that this is probably Jacob Beaker, because you've seen photos of him, but his skin is all mutated and warped. His eyes shine with this otherworldly light, again, the blue, green, teal, and purple. And as he walks, you can hear the jangle of keys. I'm going to once again. I'm going to go into the Discord, and I'm going to post a picture of Jacob Beaker. He also has a hatchet in his hand.
He's busy describing himself. I will draw my revolver and say US and shout US prohibition service. You stop right there.
And as you do that, he is like moving with his hatchet towards you. Now, first thing I do need you to do is I do need you to roll a sanity roll, because this is like a hulking, monstrous kind of figure here.
34. Sanity is not the issue today.
All right. On a 34, you will lose. I still think you lose 1 point on a pass, but that's not going to be enough to like send you into a bout of madness or anything. We're actually going to go into dex order because he's trying to initiate a combat. What is your dex?
75.
Okay, that's higher than his. So you can, he's coming at you with an axe. Are you going to try to shoot him, or what are you going to try to do?
Are you going to yell?
Is there a... I've already yelled as he was coming. As soon as I saw him.
The three of you at the bottom of the in the basement, you hear some yelling and screaming going on upstairs. When this happens, Missy kind of lets go of your hand. She goes over into a corner and she kind of cowers. She kind of takes the fetal position, kind of, and tries to get away.
Is there a trick where you can get 3 shots off and you lose 1?
Yes. If you want to shoot 3 times, you may do so. You will take a penalty dice. But if you're in close range, you actually get a bonus dice. So that means the shots are, so you basically kind of shoot a kind of a flat roll if you want to do that.
Right, exactly. That's what I want to do. I want to shoot 3 times. I've got 40 as my basic firearm.
Yep. Okay. So roll that 3 times.
35.
That's a hit.
91.
That's a miss.
And 73. So
that's a miss. You got 1 hit. That's going to do 1d10. So you can roll your damage.
7.
Ooh, that's a good shot. So you hit Jacob Beaker with a shot, and the shot actually kind of a 7 hit points. I'm going to say it kind of goes through his cheek, kind of like you get kind of a headshot. But this guy, he just keeps lunging forward as if like he's made of sterner stuff. If this was a normal human, this would, like, mechanically, you would have given him a major wound and he'd be having to roll con to see if he stays conscious. Not this guy. You just shoot him and he's just still kind of coming. There's blood splurting. So you shot him in the cheek. You've given him this wound. There's blood, this kind of black mucus instead of red blood is like flowing down his shirt. It's dripping on the floor, and he lifts his hatchet up. And he is going to try to, hit you with this. I need you to, are you going to fight back or dodge as he tries to hit you with this axe?
I think I'm going to dodge. That's probably the better.
Okay.
Will I be able to? I can't use luck on the.
You can, yes. You can't push. You cannot push an opposed roll, but you may spend luck.
Okay, right. Well, that's not very good. My dodge fails. 69.
He also failed. He rolled a 78, which is above his fighting brawl. So you don't do a very good job of dodging, but he's probably taller than you, and he swings that hatchet, and it just goes like right above your head. And he misses. What are the 3 of you doing?
We heard screaming. We heard a shot. We're running up the stairs.
Yeah. You guys are hauling ass up the stairs.
With guns drawn.
Right. So you guys got your guns drawn. You guys kind of missed the first the first round of combat, but you guys can kind of you guys can kind of get up. So let's go to the next round.
Dex order.
Yeah, so dex order. I believe I actually have everybody's dexes in front of me. I think the best dex is still Anna. She is the best dex of everybody, including Jacob. So Anna, it's your turn again.
Well, I'm gonna, if I can shoot him again, I'm gonna try that using the same trick as.
Take those 3 shots again.
Yeah, I guess my revolver may be empty after that, but nevertheless, now got friends, so 3 shots. What dice is? 42 is the first one, so I'll spend 2 luck to make that a hit.
Okay, that's 1 hit.
46, I'll spend 6 luck to make that one a hit.
That's 2 hits.
And 36, so that's a direct hit without any luck needed. So I've got
roll me 3d10.
7, 1, and 1. Oops.
You rolled a couple of 1s on d10s. That's not great. Yeah, so you get 3 hits on him. The other one, the first hit, let's say you just kind of hit him through the chest. At the good shot, and it just kind of goes through his body, and there's blood pouring down, and it's the type of shot that would have killed a normal man, but he's still going. Your other 2 shots hit him, but they just graze him. Maybe you kind of shoot a part of his ear off, and the other shot, maybe you blow his pinky finger off or something like that, but it's not really enough. Mechanically, he's taken 16 hit points of damage, but he's still coming. So there's something wrong here. Now the rest of you that are shooting, you're not going to be able to get into close range. You guys are going to be like shooting from further range. The next highest dex is going to be let's see, 50, 40. The next highest dex is actually Virginia.
Oh, wow. Okay.
She was behind Booker and me. So, yeah, she's the first one up the stairs.
So what are you going to be doing, Virginia?
Oh, I see this, and I just start shooting as well.
Okay. Do you want to take 3 shots, or do you want to take 1 shot?
Yeah, I'm going to actually try. I'm going to start with the 3 and see if I can make any progress.
Now,
with
if you take 3, they will all be with a penalty dice.
Okay.
Because you're not going to be able to get into close range this round.
Got it. Okay. So. Okay. Okay. So the first one is. Oh shit! That's a miss.
Okay.
The second one. Second one's a hit. And third one. Let's see. Yeah, the third one's a miss. So one hit.
1d10.
8.
All right. That's 24 damage. So Virginia comes up. You fire 3 shots into the air. 2 of them, fly up high, but the other one, gets them right here. And then his head just kind of explodes.
Oh.
And there's his head just kind of caves down, and there's black mucus and everything everywhere. And it looks like Jacob Beaker is dead. Incidentally, that axe swing that he made against Anna, had that hit her, you get the feeling that he probably would have one shot killed her. So this was a very dangerous individual, but you were able to put him down without any casualties.
I'm going to run forward and put 2 more bullets in him.
In a double tap and then triple tap. Yeah, he is dead.
Guys, I think we need to get Missy and get out of here.
Yep. Let's burn this place to the ground, whatever disease is here.
Yeah, let's burn it.
Yeah,
throw all the liquor inside and burn this place to the ground.
Okay.
We check the barn also.
Yes, that's where the still is.
Missy, have you got a car? Has your trying to get her out without. I mean, she's probably shaking, having seen her father.
She is
blown
shaking
apart. Okay, I will go over and try and comfort her.
Yeah, and she clings to you. She really. when you leave, let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to post a couple more maps for you here. First of all, when you leave the cabin, you see kind of in the background, it looks like there's an Aurora Borealis that is hanging over the sky.
It's not like we haven't seen those all the time.
It's not like you haven't seen those all the time, but this looks different. There's something about this that it doesn't quite look like the Aurora Borealises that you've seen in the past. There's something about the colors being like a color type you've never seen before. It looks really, really kind of weird and disturbing, and it seems to be like descending. It seems like in the sky, like it's almost kind of like descending, kind of towards your area. And also, I'll post a map of kind of what things look like. This is kind of the area that you're in, where you've got the pier and you've got the barn and the cabin. And the barn is over here to the side. And as you go over into the barn.
Yeah, I'm just going to ask if the color of the Aurora is the same as the color in Missy's eyes.
It does seem like it, yes.
And the bottles of liquid.
And the bottles.
Yes.
And if this is coming down, then we don't want to get caught up in it. We might even want to be in the basement when this thing is coming down. I don't know. I'm just I've been around Alaska for most of my life, and that is not a normal Aurora. Yes? Can I roll a natural word on that to confirm it?
Yeah, absolutely you may.
39 over 65, so that's a success.
Yeah, you're from Alaska. It looks like the Aurora Borealis, but this is something different that you're seeing. And in fact, I would say that what you're seeing looks like it is not the Aurora Borealis. Like it looks almost like it's alive. And actually, when you all notice this, I'm going to ask for sanity checks for all of you to like notice this strange color dropping down from the sky.
I passed that one.
You pass, you lose 0. If you fail your sanity roll, it's 1d4. Everybody pass?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But you're headed to the barn, and inside the barn, it's a workshop. It looks fairly well organized, but it's filthy. You've got the fruit pulp and smashed crates and broken glass. There are these unnaturally large and weird looking weeds that choke the wall, and they've spread across the ground. And there are 2 long tables that stand in the center of the room, and they're stacked with crates and bottles of the Aurora Blue. And then you see the still. The large still is still bubbling away quietly, constantly at work. So it's still like producing more of this. And just as a reminder, one of the your tasks for this mission were to arrest Addie, but she's dead. Arrest Jacob, but he's dead. And your third task was to destroy the still.
Sure.
The table boasts a butcher's slab with rows of empty glass jars. There's sacks and piles of rotten fruit everywhere. There's an unlit wood stove, which would be used for heating the barn. It's an unusual sight in December. And there's various farming and automobile tools that dot the area. Some of them are hanging from nails. Others are on the floor, covered in fruit pulp. There's 2 cans of gasoline that stand against the wall opposite the still. And above these, there's a lantern that hangs from a wall hook. At the rear of the barn, there is a rusty pickup truck. But the problem is the pickup truck is covered in these vines, these like weird kind of plant, kind of outgrowth.
Well, let's pull the vines off of the pickup truck and move it outside if we can.
Yeah. So you're moving over to get the vines off. Let's see. You begin to start kind of pulling these vines off this pickup truck, and it's a little harder to pull these things off than like what you originally thought.
They grown up into the engine.
Yeah, but I think you think that if you can get this car going, you can maybe drive it.
Got gasoline.
Yeah,
I mean, we need a way to get out of here. I'm getting angrier and angrier, so I'm ripping at the vines, pulling them off.
Yeah, you're ripping at them, and you can kind of get them off. And you can make your way you can get into the into the driver's seat of the truck.
I'll try and start it.
Well, you realize you don't have any keys.
Do they use keys, or do they use a starter button way back there, or do they use a crank?
Jacob had a whole bunch of keys with him. He'd have probably put the car key on that ring.
Well, I'm going to go back and set a fire in the cabin, so I'll grab the keys off of Jacob.
Got plenty of alcohol here to start a fire.
Okay, so Virginia is leaving the barn. She's going back to the place. How are you starting the fire?
Wait. What are you going to do with Matilda? Are you going to leave an old lady who's sick here, or is she coming with?
I forgot about Matilda.
Damn, you're dead.
I don't think we can move her and keep her alive.
Yeah, leave her.
I forgot about Matilda. Guys, I can't do that.
But there's no way we can move her. She's completely long gone.
She's dang near a tree.
I know, but she's helpless, and
yes, because she's a tree.
I think she's also so infected. There's no way we can take her, and we're not going to stay here and nurse her back to health. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
So we can tell people and send them back to help her. But
she lived her life, and she chose to live the latter part of her life slinging hooch, and this is what she got.
Put a couple of bullets in her, put her out of her misery.
I'm just not able to do that. Like
I'm going to do it. I grab my gun and I walk out.
Okay.
That bitch that barfed all over me.
Yeah. So yeah,
I kind of run after Titus.
Okay.
And I'm pleading.
Just close your eyes, Virginia.
So Virginia and Titus are headed out of the barn back toward the house. What is Booker and Anna doing?
Booker, are any of those auto tools that are there good to repair our vehicle with?
Give me a spot.
I don't have the automatic. You're the guy who's the mechanical repair guy, aren't you?
Yeah, I can try it around. I actually have decent mechanical repair. I just rolled like trash.
Okay, well, I have. If I spend some luck, and it's a one shot, so what is luck for?
Yeah.
I'll spend 8 luck, and then I'll succeed on the spot hit.
Yes, and as you spend that 8 luck, you do find, and Booker can confirm this, the necessary tools to repair your car.
Okay. So our car down the road.
Yeah.
So we really only need the truck to get to our car.
Yeah, but let's start this. Let's set this fire and let's go.
And
I'll grab the tools that we need.
While Booker and Anna are searching and finding these tools in the barn, Titus is gun pulled. He's marching up toward the barn. You see Matilda, and what do?
I'm pointing this right at her head and then shaking a little bit. Because I don't know. I need to overcome my own willpower because I'm a Catholic.
Virginia, are you going to try to stop this?
I am actually, yes, I'm going to stop him somehow.
Go find the keys. Go find the keys.
And like this, you cannot just kill her. She is an innocent.
She's dead already.
I understand that, but it's not our place to do that.
What do you suggest?
We should get her out of here if we can. There's an axe in here. We can cut her out.
She's barfing up black goo. We just killed her son.
Her son was wielding an axe and just about took Anna's head off.
Look at her. She's mutated.
I know. But it's not our place to do this.
Between the two of you, Titus and Virginia, what are your luck scores right now?
Mine is 55.
Mine is 50.
50. I'm going to have a kind of a group luck between the two of you. So the one with the lowest luck, Titus, give me a luck roll.
And I got a 34. So I pass.
Okay. So I'm going to say with your good luck, because you made the roll, you notice that Matilda seems like she's already dead. So you don't have to pull the trigger. And this argument you have is now kind of moot. She's just
look, Virginia, I think she's already dead, but I ain't going within 20 feet of that woman from last time.
Well, that's fine. You know, God rest her soul. May she find peace.
Find the keys. We got to find the keys.
Okay. Oh, I'm gonna go grab the keys off Jacob.
Gun's still up because I've seen this movie. No.
So you guys head in. The keys are in Jacob's pocket. You know, he's got his head blown off pretty much. It looks like there's a lot of keys. You're guessing that one of them probably goes to the pickup truck.
Grab them all.
Yeah, they're on a ring, so you can grab that.
It's probably the one that says Ford or something.
Yeah.
As you leave the cabin, and presumably you're going back to the barn, and you kind of look up, and this color, this bright light of the color, it seems to have like completely like descended upon you. And it's you notice like the sudden presence of like ozone and you're kind of you're immersed within all of these colors. And I need both of you to roll for power.
That's right. Me and Titus, right?
Yes, Titus and Virginia to roll for power.
Okay.
I got a 38 out of 50.
I got a 58 under 60.
Okay. Okay. So you get this feeling that these colors are like trying to penetrate you. And you feel like it's trying to like get inside of you, trying to drain you. You feel the sensation of sucking and burning. And
I think it's alive.
And you know, your face is kind of sink, but you're able to kind of somehow, by your force of will, able to kind of push this stuff like out of you. But you're like in it right now.
We're hunkered down running towards the barn.
Yeah, so you're hauling ass to the barn. So you guys get into the barn. Anna and Booker, you see Titus and Virginia like hauling ass, running full speed into the barn.
Is the Aurora seeping into the barn? Or can we shut the door on it if it's if it's trying to do that?
It seems like it is starting to seep into the barn.
It's a miasma.
Shit. Well, we need to keep the door open to let them in, but we'll have the door sort of I'll have the door sort of shut as much as I can, but keep it a bit open so that they can come into the barn.
Yeah.
I'll shut the door and we can figure out. Do I need to make a roll?
No, you don't need to make a roll. They can come right into the barn. But this color like comes through the roof of the barn,
alive.
And it's still starting to descend.
Yeah, I think it's alive.
On you.
We got to get the hell out of here now. The old woman's dead. I didn't have to kill her.
Well,
Booker, how's it going?
Yeah. How's the truck?
Yeah, I'm gonna, once we found the tools, I want to start making our way. Is a pickup truck already set up?
There is a pickup truck, yes.
But we haven't got it started, right?
Correct.
All right. So I'm going to try to start the pickup truck.
Okay. So you're going over to the pickup truck.
Yeah, we've got gasoline.
Okay.
I'll put the gasoline in the back of the pickup or whatever. But we can as long as we get out of this Aurora area, we can always come back and burn the place tomorrow or whatever.
Well, we could throw a bottle of that hooch over our shoulders with a Molotov.
Yeah, could I use demolitions to make some type of apparatus?
You could tie a chain or a rope around the still, and when you start pulling out, the still's going to get pulled down, and the alcohol's going to pour onto the fire, and the whole thing's going to go up like a bomb.
But I want to make sure that the house goes down too, or did we set that alight before we ran?
I think Virginia was going to light it up, wasn't she?
Yeah, that was my plan, was to light it up as I got the keys.
While you're kind of having this conversation, Booker is kind of like he's trying the different keys on the key ring. Eventually, he finds the right one, and he starts it, and you hear the ignition of the pickup truck start up. But while this is happening, and just when the truck starts, this color descends upon all of you, and I need all four of you to roll me a power check.
49.
Not a 93 that time.
Ooh.
I failed. Can you do a luck on a power roll? Can you do a push?
You may not push, you may spend luck.
Okay, I will spend 15 luck to make a pass.
Yeah, I have 76 under 80. If I need more, I am more than willing to spend luck, though.
Okay. All right. Booker is fine. On Anna, I got a hard, which means that you're going to need a hard success, or you're going to suffer consequences. Virginia, how did you do?
I got a regular pass, but I can spend luck if I need to.
A regular pass will work for you.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I can't spend enough luck.
Okay. So Anna and Titus, I want you both to roll me a 1d10.
7.
8.
8. Whatever number you rolled, you lose that many points of strength, constitution, power, dex, and appearance. So basically your characteristics, you lose that many points of strength, con, power, dex, and appearance.
Strength.
And as this thing hits you, the way that you look is, again, you have this burning sensation. Your face sinks, your skin ages. You have hideous cracks and wrinkles, and you feel yourself draining. You also, both of you, roll a d6.
5.
4.
That's how many hit points you lose.
Jesus.
Oof.
That's major wounds for some of you, I'm sure.
All right. All right, and this happens just as Booker gets the car going. At this point, I assume, Booker, you just want to haul ass out of here. I'm going to ask Booker to make a drive auto roll because you've still got these vines and stuff like that in here, and just to see if you can just get out of here as soon as possible.
Absolutely. That is a 68, which is a failure. but I have luck, so hold on. So I'm going to spend 23 luck to make that a success.
I think that's wise expenditure of luck. And so as you're able to do that, you're able to force this truck away from the choking vegetation. And you're tearing off all these vines are kind of coming off. You tried to do a lot of them by the hand. You're able to get out. You're driving away, and this color is kind of like bearing down on you, you know. But you're able to kind of move down the road.
Did he leave us?
Oh, did you guys not get in the truck?
You didn't get in the truck?
We never talked about it.
Okay. I was assuming you all jumped in the truck.
Well, yeah,
So-
okay.
If your
For
PC
effect,
did not jump into the truck, let me know, and you're gonna have to.
Oh no, I'm in
Well,
the
you
truck.
said that we lost some stuff, but then okay.
Yeah,
Of course we jumped in.
So
the
while
truck.
you're in the truck, this color is attacking you. So Titus and Anna, you all got aged and injured, and your face is cracking, and you look like you aged 20 years. And you're going, and you're just going away in that truck. You're kind of sitting in the truck like the last girl from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you know, just kind of as this color is bearing down on you. If Booker had failed that drive auto, I would have had you sustain another round of attacks from this color from space, which might have killed Titus and Anna if you failed another roll on this one. But because of this, Booker's able to get going, and you go down the road, and as soon as Booker gets to about the spot where your Model T
back to the winter part.
Yeah, the winter part, the color just kind of fades, and it's just kind of you see you look behind, the color stops chasing you, and you look behind, and the color just kind of recedes back to the
How about
mountain.
the little girl's eyes? Do they change back to normal?
Not at first. They're still colored even if you leave the situation. But she's still clinging to Anna. She's in Anna's lap, and you guys are able to escape.
Got 60 miles back to Anchorage, but we got to get to the hospital.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hugging Missy, and it's not just to comfort her, it's also kind of to comfort myself.
Absolutely.
I'm just happy
you guys,
I was able to get my entire team out without. And technically, we did stop the moonshine operation. You know.
Yeah, well, we didn't stop it. It stopped when they all were dead.
Yeah, wow.
What happened and what we put in the report are two different things, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he tried to attack us and we shot him. That's perfectly acceptable. Nobody's even going to investigate.
So that concludes Aurora Blue. Any kind of epilogues for your specific characters, or any questions for me about the adventure?
Well, yeah, tell us how this all started, what happened.
Yeah, so as discussed, you know, for those of you that are experienced Lovecraft, you know, fans, you know that this is the color from space. There was this, the Beaker family was running this illegal distilled bootleg operation. Their original bootleg they were doing was just your typical bathtub gin. There was nothing special about it. But the color from space came down. It just started to mutate everything. These trees, it caused the snow melt, and the Beakers were using the fruits to create the Aurora Blue, but it wears on them after a period of time. And then basically their sanity went away. They stopped even doing business with anybody. There was all these crates that were unsold. And Jacob just became like a monster, just going around.
So why did they have big metal cages in the basement? Or
So,
in the
yeah. So what happened was there were people that came to the distillery, I guess, just like presumably, people that were in business with them, and then they ended up just kind of feeding it to the color from space. The color from space wanted to feed on kind of new victims as opposed to older victims. If you notice at the end of the adventure, all of you were attacked, but Missy was not attacked by it because it had already kind of affected Missy to some level. But those people in the basement were just people that they just showed up at the wrong place. Initially, they were like invited into the guest bedroom, and then they were taken down into the cells. And then eventually they were sucked dry by this color from space.
And what happened to Missy's mother?
Basically, Jacob went insane, and he just kind of just locked her in there, and she starved to death.
What was the meaning of Missy's picture with the 3 locations?
So the 3 locations are the 3 locations that her father goes to. So you ask the question, where is your dad? Where is Jacob? And so basically he goes from the pier to the barn to the house, and he just kind of does his rounds, so to speak. And so when he goes to the house, he always goes down into the basement to kind of check on things. And so that's what she was trying to say. So when you arrived here, you went into the first thing you did is you went into the cabin. Jacob was in the barn when you did that. And then as you spent time searching the cabin, he went to the pier, and then you continued to search the cabin. And then he made it to the cabin just at the time that Anna was going upstairs.
Titus and I have weird eyes now as a result of failing the power roll.
I think so. I think your eyes will start to maybe kind of change color a little bit, where you got this kind of lighter, just kind of maybe kind of purplish colored eyes.
Then maybe after a year, we walk out into our backyards and we go, baby color out of space comes out of our.
Yeah, like something out of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers remake or something like that.
Do we get our hit points back?
Yes, your hit points will recover, but the permanent
our stat
characteristics are lost. Yeah. Most of the time in Call of Cthulhu, if you lose character stats, it's temporary and you get it back after so many weeks. But this is permanent. But then again, this is a one shot. So you're permanently scarred by your encounter with this color from space.
Can I still work in the Prohibition service?
I think so. To be honest with you, I think that you probably could get a promotion out of this. I mean, you did succeed for the most part. Now, you were asked to destroy the still, which you didn't do because you didn't have time to do it because the color from space was bearing down on you. But again, if you go back during the day, you could easily destroy the still. Yeah. I think, or if somebody else goes back, the next group goes back. The color from space its weakness is light, so it can't operate during the day, during the daylight hours, and it comes out at night. And you're basically on a time clock there. This is from No Time to Scream, which basically means that you're kind of on a time limit, and after a certain period of time, it becomes night. Night falls. When night falls, the color from space comes. And then you got to get out. You got to find a way to get out of there quickly with your lives.
Yeah. Well,
how about Missy then? Can she be rehabilitated?
I think that Missy can be rehabilitated. One thing about Missy is mute. So it seems like, unfortunately, she's kind of incapable of speech. But
I mean, she
so
would.
It says if the investigators save Missy, the young girl is likely to be handed over to the authorities, unless one of the investigators wants to step in and adopt her. I don't know. That's up to.
I was just about to say, I mean, what fate does she have if she's institutionalized?
Right.
She trusts me, and I think she's a good girl. I mean, she's mute, but she's clearly intelligent.
Yeah.
And so why not,
Yeah. I think she'll kind of eventually kind of recover maybe a little bit, but she'll never be exactly the same or exactly normal. It says eventually the color leaves the Chugach Mountains. It departs, having drawn enough power from the countryside to fuel its mysterious flight through the cosmos. Should you ever return to the Beaker property or check on the local paper, you find that the property is now a giant crater filled with gray ash.
Yeah.
And the cabin is completely gone. Nothing will grow. And all that remains among the dust is a handful of crayon drawings.
Nice. Okay. Our players included Andrew Buchanan, Joe Clay, Julian Arba, and myself, with Justin Bumgardner as the keeper of arcane lore. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. We provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Spotify, Podbean, or iTunes. Support for the show is provided by our patrons who are listed in the closing credits. If you'd like to show us your appreciation, please visit our Patreon page, or you can use the thanks button just below the screen. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck and good gaming.
Keep on your face with your weapons and brigade. You're just a soulless disgrace. Blood will be shed.